Um, I just want to thank Jack and all of his team here at BCC for showing us around their really groundbreaking workforce development and training programs here today. We're very, very proud of what they're doing and the model that they have become for how we strengthen employment opportunities for the people, not just of this region, but for the whole Commonwealth. So there were some great stories today. His whole team and the students and the employers they're working with really, I think, made terrific impression on us and gave us a great sense of confidence in how well they are using the investments that we've been able to make in BCC.
Is there something here, Governor, today you can learn from that you can take back that will help you in your, next year's presentation, education budget, and the like?
Well, for a couple of years now, we've been working with the community colleges to strengthen their connections to local employers, to be as responsive as possible to the local needs of local businesses that are growing, trying to develop their existing workforce and train up a ready workforce. And we've taken some steps with the help of the college presidents over the last couple of years, with the help of the legislature, with some additional funding in the current budget and the one that I've just signed. And so we've come down to see how it's taken hold, and BCC is really leading the way.
Governor, you're looking for a transportation bill that you can sign. How do you get there?
Well, there's a good transportation bill that the legislature has passed. My view is it's not good enough because, and that's the reason I sent it back, because we'll be right back here in a few years when the tolls come down on the Western Turnpike, and there's another further gap in investment. Everybody everywhere knows that we need a 21st century transportation system, and that's going to take some money. We spent almost a year developing a plan and a way to pay for it and selling it around the Commonwealth to people and editorial pages and so forth. And by the way, the legislature gets that too. So I'm willing to compromise, but I think compromising at less than $800 million, which is what this bill is unwise for the future of the Commonwealth, and that's why I vetoed it. Now, I understand the legislative leadership feel they have the votes to override, and that will be their right. But I think, as I say, it's a good bill. There'll be $670 million annually of new investment, and that is good. That's better than zero, to be sure. But I don't think anybody should be misled. We will be back here in a few years because it's not good enough.
Governor, how about the welfare fraud? We heard a lot about that a couple of weeks ago and how we're going to crack down on that. Tell me what we're doing with that.
Well, we've had a new director at in the agency for almost 3 months now, and she's been terrific. And she has a 100-day plan, which she has vetted with the legislative leadership and the members. I think they've said they've had nothing but compliments about the thoroughness and rigor of it. There are some steps that we're working on through rulemaking and some steps through legislation. The Senate President has a very comprehensive reform bill that has made its way through the Senate at this point, not yet through the House, and we're looking forward to working with her on that as well. I think there is a lot of good news here in the sense that overwhelmingly, the amount of money that the people spend in helping the most vulnerable is spent wisely and within the rules. And there are a handful of cases where that is not the case, and it splashes back on everybody and on the whole program, and threatens to discredit the rest of the program and the people who are within the rules in terms of having a need that we should meet. So, cracking down on that is key.
Last question.
Governor, the city of Detroit trying to file for bankruptcy. City of Fall River has about $500 million in debt in terms of unfunded pension liabilities and also money that's bonded out. And the city administrator here has called this unsustainable. Do you have concerns about cities in the Commonwealth one day facing this, Fall River, Brockton, Lowell, cities like that? Or?
Well, I mean, the short answer is that in Massachusetts, under Massachusetts law, cities and towns cannot file for bankruptcy. But the broader question is the financial stability of our cities and towns. And on the whole, they're pretty good. And we have been working with many cities to help shore them up. It, just like at the state level, requires some tough decisions. At the state level, for example, we filed a bill developed from recommendations of a broad group of people, legislators and labor and so forth, to reform our retiree pension, retiree health care benefits, so-called OPEB. Something that is probably a little too rich for the times. And it's time for that. And it's been pending in the legislature for many months now, and I hope they'll take it up soon.